I'd like to continue along with part 5 of 6 in this update of interfacing with the Doctor Within. Up to now in this series of discussions in parts previous to this, showed you my best working model, explaining how it's made and how it works and why I'm doing this whole thing. And I'd like to continue along with some applications that this might be used for. As I said, in the first few sessions we talked about the apparatus, and we talked about schematic diagram, flowchart, parts list, assembly, setup, and things like that. That was all covered in the previous sessions. Now I'd like to tell you about what I think this application could be used for. And as a first start, I'd like to talk about interfacing with the Doctor Within, and having to use science to record and explore the intuitive messages the body, mind, and spirit are trying to tell us about our health and the health of others. Another application that I can see that has great potential is asking my subconscious for answers that I don't have right now in my conscious mind. An example of how can I make this device better? My conscious mind, and probably my subconscious, has made it up to this point, but I'm wondering how can I do better? Is there a better way to access my subconscious other than the device that I've put together? Another application that could be applied for is in the area of dowsing. Dowsing has been described as an indicator of intuition or unknown knowledge. Perhaps this tool I put together could be a new dowsing tool. A part of dowsing that has a particular interest to me is medical dowsing. An example of this is, why does it hurt here, and what do I need to feel better? With this new tool, I think I can ask myself questions and get a better answer, a more holistic answer. Another possibility might be to access past, present, or future medical information. I have a hunch that inside of me is everything that ever happened to me health-wise, including inoculations, examinations, tests, operations, treatments, all kinds of things. I think all these things are recorded in my subconscious, and perhaps I might be able to access these a little bit better in the future. Perhaps a far-out example might be to ask deceased doctors, or yet-to-be-born doctors, for answers. There is a theory out in the world about cosmic consciousness, and it's a possibility. Here, offer up answers where there is no hope. This one has a kind of a warm spot in my heart. Some examples might be cases that are considered terminal, or cases where the doctor just told people that they have to make the best of it, or something of that nature. Another example might be cases where doctors can't seem to figure out a diagnosis. Okay, perhaps this device might be able to provide information, or perhaps health information, for those unable to communicate. And this information could be passed along to the doctor to perhaps better treat the patient. Some examples are a sick baby. A baby can't communicate, of course, in our terms. It can't communicate in words or even perhaps expressions, but but maybe this device can be able to access information in the sick baby. Or perhaps it might be hooked up to a mother who has mother's intuition of really what's going on inside the child. Another example might be a comatose person unable to speak, asking what they may need to get better, or expressing what their wishes are for the now and in the future, perhaps an advanced care directive. Another example might be pets, animals. It could be farm animals or other animals unable to communicate that we would like to help them health-wise, but we just don't know how. What I've been thinking here in this slide is that typically the patient goes to the doctor and gives them information, explaining where it hurts and this and that. And what I was thinking here is that maybe this device may be able to help in that regard, but also too, taking the inputs from a significant other or perhaps a good friend, and from all that information, probably where these opinions overlap is probably where the truth lies, and maybe that can be used to obtain a better diagnosis. And yes, doctors could use standard polygraph machines and techniques. I'm talking about standard off-the-shelf units that are available for those patients who are willing to tell all for a chance to get better. Every little part about them for a chance to get better. And this option could be available for the significant others or good friends concerned about the patient. Being able to just tell everything for the purposes of providing a better diagnosis, or to aid the doctor in that. Here's a slide that I'm reluctant to talk about, but yet it's part of the picture, is patient compliance. All of us, or at least me, I go to the doctor and I tell the doctor some things and some things I don't. And on the other hand, there are some things my doctor tells me to do that I don't do them because I don't want to, or because I just forget to do it. But going back to the doctor, I'm reluctant to mention this because of giving him a bad impression or whatever. But anyway, this new tool of this polygraphy technique could be used to possibly bring down our healthcare cost, as far as having the patient follow the doctor's directions. Anyway, we're going to be going on to the next part of part 6 of 6, and so we're all done here.